Are you ready to create unforgettable moments for your audience? NSN offers professional live streaming and full broadcast services tailored to your needs. From high-quality production to exceptional coverage, we ensure your game or event becomes a spectacle to remember. Book your next game with us today. Call 586-304-4405 to schedule your broadcast and let NSN bring the action to life like never before.
Hey folks, we rarely get to say this, but good morning and welcome inside Big League Dreams here in Las Vegas, Nevada. We are embarking on a journey throughout this weekend. It's taken us oh so many places, but they're all right here within the arena and the friendly confines of Big League Dreams. You see the matchup down at the bottom, Albuquerque's New Mexico Lightning and Salt Lake City's Utah Uprising FC. They prepare to kick off game number 2 of the day. 1:06 p.m. Eastern, 10:06 a.m. Pacific, and on the dot. Hey, we are just about ready for this one. Thanks once again for tuning in. Tanner White with Women's Major League Indoor Soccer here on MLIS Pro TV. And off and running. Our goalkeeper matchup. New Mexico without a reserve keeper in this one, and they kind of knew that they would be the entire weekend long. When you don't travel with one, that's how it goes. Sarah Hardman, number 27, in goal. And on the Utah side, they will turn to Jasmine Espinosa. They do list a reserve keeper, which is a luxury to have. Kimmy Coombs is that reserve keeper. She'll wear 0, and the starting keeper, Espinosa, wearing 1. Hardman wearing 27. Utah in the pink kit, and flicked up a quick first shot on target, too, saved by Sarah Hardman. And, of course, if Utah's in the pink, that means Albuquerque going to be in the blues. Utah will be our de facto home team for this match.
Backside.
An attack cut off. We're almost a minute in here to the first quarter. Big League Dreams has been the venue all weekend long, except for the one Women's Major League Indoor Soccer match that went on last evening outside of Las Vegas. Over in the East Conference, you had a matchup between Kalamazoo and Chicago. That game played at Kalamazoo, and the Chicago Mustangs, the undefeated champions from last year, still yet to drop a single game. Opening goal scored by Utah. And welcome and wake up, folks. Didn't take long for the Uprising to begin. And that's the first goal for the Vegas weekend, but not their first goal in franchise history. It's a great time to mention that they have already played. It was versus Phoenix, who tore up this tournament field, and Phoenix is now basically going to take their ball and go home after a 10-0 dominating win over the home team Las Vegas. And that was a 10-8 win last Saturday, the 31st of January. Utah headed to Phoenix. Phoenix's first home game in franchise history and their debut in the WMLIS. And Utah with a 7-1 lead in the first half of that one. At the halftime break, sitting oh so pretty, and then it became very interesting in the second half. Phoenix would outscore them 7-3, but wind up a couple of goals short. Phoenix will find themselves at the top of the standings at 3-1. We'll get a live look in at our WMLIS standings when we get a moment. 12.5 to play here for the first quarter. Once more, your goalkeeping matchup, Jasmine Espinosa in goal for Utah, and Sarah Hardman, who you see in the orange kit there, probably going to be called on to make the stuff. No chance. What a filthy juke. And Utah will shake loose for another inside of 3 minutes in. It's the moment that Hardman makes that clear and the defender, Grace Shin, has it go off of her. You just kind of know this is going to end in disaster. Well, wake up, folks. Another blitz is on, and this time it's the Utah Uprising FC side out of Salt Lake City putting it on. Dominique Estrada on the first score. Mackenzie Evans Tostado on the second. And those are officially scored 10 seconds apart. We'll get probably a little adjustment on that time scale. Don't think that's quite what we did see. but close. Steve Patterson leads out this Albuquerque side. Assistant coach Nick Tartaglia. And you'll see Kyla Tartaglia wearing the captain's armband for Albuquerque. Tell you all about their starting lineups in just a moment. We get a chance. If everybody wants to take a break from scoring goals, that would be wonderful. 11 minutes to play here for the first quarter. On the Utah side, they've traveled with their owner, Michael McNeil, general manager, Harper Fleming, and their head coach, Thomas Campbell. Albuquerque, 4 matches throughout the weekend to play. Themselves and New Jersey, they already knew that they were going to have to play 4. And again, this tournament schedule had been set for a while. We told you back in the last game, game 1 of the day, that this was originally targeted for the opening weekend of the season. Didn't end up making that happen. This is up and over everything, restart coming. Due to availability of the facility, it had to be moved around, had to be pushed back a little bit. Here we got it in this weekend of February that happens to coincide perhaps with some other kind of national holiday, or if it's not a national holiday, perhaps it should be. But no luck on Super Bowl Sunday. We'll do our best to get you out of here before the Super Bowl kicks off. Look down at the bottom of your screen and you'll see those final 2 matches still to be played. Utah will be right up again, taking on New Jersey. And then Albuquerque and New Jersey to close us out. Now we think we'll take a moment to set our starting lineups. For Utah, they lined up like this. In the midfield, number 10, Hannah Lee, and number 4, Mackenzie Evans. Your starting defenders, Dominique Estrada, who already netted one, very first goal, as well as Chelsea Campbell, number 7. And your top forward, number 5, Hannah Bruce. New Mexico's starting lineup went like this. Their forwards, Kyla Tartaglia and Catherine Martinez. Their defenders, Bailey Green and Grace Shin, and Maddie Lund in the midfield. 7, 5, 11, 2, and 3 for Martinez, Tartaglia, Shin, Green, and Lund. And once more, our goalkeeper matchup. Sarah Hardman wearing 27 in her orange goalkeeper kit, and Jasmine Espinosa on her side wearing 1. Eight and a half to play, 2-0 Utah. Again, those goals were originally scored within about 10 seconds of each other. That is, as they were entered in our live stats feed. We sense that that's going to need an adjustment at some point. We'll get that to you when we know it. But the scores do belong to Dominique Estrada and Mackenzie Evans Tostado. And one more tacked on early on, 3-0 Utah. Take a look back at the replays. Lot of attacking players lurking in the box. He had really 3 of them in vicinity of the ball there. A shot blocked, taken by Albuquerque's 2, Bailey Green. Once more, loose. Oh, with the woodwork. That's one of the more open nets that you'll see. And no dice. Albuquerque side, it's easy to be frustrated in a situation like that. Not able to come up with a score that they really kind of need. Albuquerque without their captain, leader, and owner, Tanya Chavez today. And throughout the weekend, Chavez unable to make the trip. Little wide. Chavez says if there was anything she could have done, would have been here today, supporting her girls. Just had personal issues come up and knows that her time as a player is winding down. Says, yeah, well, for this season, I do want to give it one final ride. Just simply can't make it this weekend. 3-0, Utah. 6.5 to play here for the quarter. Blunked. The keeper. Loose. The pickup. Rebound. Boom. 4-0. Another explosive quarter, but this time the team on the positive side of it is Salt Lake City's own Utah Uprising FC. We've got Danica Serasio, number 8 on the first Salt Lake City score, and then Samantha Diaz on that one, wearing 9. Sam Diaz, an Ogden, Utah native, played at the College of St. Rose, Grambling State, and the University of North Dakota. Was a national finalist in NCAA Division II with that College of St. Rose and made the NCAA tournament at both other stops along her college career. Accomplished players at every level, everywhere, all throughout WMLIS. Keeper Hardman shutting down that close corner. Cleared off away from near the goal line. Clock continuing to wind. Collected here in the Utah attacking third. They've spent tons of time there so far. Here you see the keeper, Espinosa, venturing just a little bit higher. Again, Jasmine Espinosa in goal from Kern, Utah. She's 20 years of age. Has a personal goal of setting technically a little bit more of the WMLIS history. We've already seen 3 of them here across the course of the weekend so far, but she says, I want a shutout at some point. And here's the thing, 4-0, a great start, and could end up in position to start talking about it the closer and closer that you get. Normally we wouldn't have said that coming in. Oh, booyah! Oh, the free kick lasered through. And Utah continues raining them down. Not on the free kick, pardon us, just a perfect feed and launched from about the yellow line. Make it 5-0 in the first quarter, where we've seen this before. Mackenzie Evans Tostado once more scores, this time from Hannah Bruce. After another interception, it's going to be the same kind of thing, isn't it? Oh, yes, it is. Oh, man, it flunked. That's such an open look. On the rebound, bang! Oh. And Chelsea Campbell is going to be thinking about, okay, I plunked that post first. There's no way. I'm not going to miss again, right? And top Ched for Campbell on the second. Because the look that Campbell had at the goal at first, you thought, okay, for sure we've seen just too many open chances like that this weekend. We know that the precision of these shooters is going to lead to somebody lighting the lamp there, as it were. Campbell on her second try did not miss. 6-0 first quarter. Utah all over Albuquerque. Chelsea Campbell Sanchez. Ooh, nearly the first Albuquerque score. They put that just a little bit wide, left of goal. Sarah Hardman, the 36-year-old keeper out of Sterling, Colorado. Stuffed right off of her foot. Kick save and a beauty for the Hockey Heads. Hardman was a high school player and said she didn't play in college, just picked soccer back up as an adult in her local rec league. funny how this game will find you, ensnare you. It will trap you in its clutches, but those who love it just can't leave it. Clock winding toward a minute. That's when normal Women's Major League Indoor Soccer timing rules will apply. Shot knocked away with the two hands smack. Once more, we're under a minute, so you will have stoppages on things like restarts, fouls, and penalties. 50 seconds, Hardman. Once more to save it. Under 45. A wall ball, but it sticks down there with Utah. Finally a clear. Has Albuquerque figured something out? Maybe not quite yet. They do give it right back up. Got to dump it back to the keeper. With 20 seconds, Sarah Hardman, goal kick. After an interception, now she may have to face one or two more shots to try and just keep this where it is at 6-0. The damage mostly done. We've thought that before. With short time, Hardman had to make one challenge to keep it there. And a turf monster just picked up the Albuquerque final couple of seconds. But look at your scorebar down at the bottom, man. 6-0, the Utah Uprising FC have traveled, and they have been hot. Here for the first quarter, we got the 6-0 Utah lead. When we come back for quarter number 2, see if Albuquerque can turn it around and get on the board. Don't miss quarter number 2 in just a moment. Here from Big League Dreams in Las Vegas, Nevada.
In Barca camp, I sing my song grown on and off of the field. Don't miss the time to register.
Sign up
now for Barca camp.
And welcome back here inside Big League Dreams in Las Vegas, Nevada. The Utah Uprising FC out of Salt Lake City here in Las Vegas, taking it to Albuquerque's own New Mexico Lightning, 6-0 as we come to quarter number 2. Tanner White with Women's Major League Indoor Soccer here on MLIS Pro TV. And let's take a live look in at our standings. Phoenix has swept all of their matches for the weekend. They're going to sit at the top of Women's Major League Indoor Soccer right now with the 9 points. Again, you get 3 points for the win, you get 1 point for the overtime or shootout loss, 2 points for the overtime or shootout win. The Chicago Mustangs, 2-0 so far in their first 2 matches, one at home and one last night against Kalamazoo. Las Vegas in there 2-1 as they posted 2 shutouts yesterday. Salt Lake City defeating Phoenix, that is, on the road for their debut match of Women's Major League Indoor Soccer. And everybody else around the rest of the WMLIS, you see, will be off today, save for New Jersey, as New Jersey will play a couple more today before we're out of here. And the only team to not take the field this weekend all across the league with WMLIS, Fort Wayne Summit City Sentinels. We kick it off for quarter number 2. Utah, New Mexico, 6-0 coming out of the break. Shot discrepancy was 15-1 in favor of Utah. Again, they've got the all-pink kit, and Albuquerque in the blues. Utah does have stripes of yellow along the uniform top as well as the shorts. 14.5 to play. Loose ball in the box, never a good thing. The Albuquerque side has seen far too much of that. Whistle, push, foul. Opening foul here of the period. Your goalkeeper matchup once more. Jasmine Espinosa in goal for Utah against Sarah Hardman of New Mexico. Kimmy Combs is the reserve keeper. Should we see her for this Utah side, if it begins to get real lopsided, we'll make the note of that when the goalkeeper change comes. And no reserve keeper listed for Albuquerque, so presumably Hardman the whole way. She does get a block shot there to help her out off of Seferina Astorga. Astorga was handpicked by Albuquerque owner, captain, and emotional leader Tanya Chavez to replace her for this weekend on the roster. Chavez unable to make the trip due to personal reasons. Minute and a half into quarter number 2. Utah plays slower in the half here. See, now they have been able to get more transition opportunities than probably anybody else has this weekend. Even Phoenix, who was just launching goals from everywhere. They just took down our host Las Vegas 10-0 in match number 1 of the day. Still got 2 more to play here. Salt Lake City will be right back up with New Jersey. Pretty much the moment this one's done, we're trying to turn these games over as quick as possible. And then the final match of the day, Albuquerque and New Jersey, scheduled for a 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific kick. And if all goes incredibly well, we'll get you out of here before Super Bowl Sunday. Before the kickoff, that is, of the game. Already on Super Bowl Sunday. Shot too high. Albuquerque plunk. And haven't had anybody lurking to clean it up on attack. Scoring goals has been an issue for most so far for the weekend. Apparently Phoenix and Utah didn't get the memo. 13-4 wins, 9-2 as Hardman goes down, knocks this away. So Phoenix is 3 matches out here in this little round robin weekend. 13-4, 9-2, 10-0. Playing no games. Lighting people up. But then as you try and set the hierarchy and the standings, you say, okay, well, Utah already beat them and put a 10-piece on them. Yes, it was 10-8. It was a tight contest. Little whistle, no call. Shot. Scored! And so the tide is stemmed for a moment. Maddie Alhambra. And that is a good time to get it. It doesn't erase the 6-0 deficit, but it's the very first one, and so you can breathe a sigh of relief. You're not going to be shut out for this one. 3 of our clubs this weekend already know that feeling of, well, okay, what it's like to be shut out in an indoor soccer match. Nobody wants it, but 3 of them have already experienced it. The first 3 shutouts in the history of Women's Major League indoor soccer. And all within, you're talking 18, 20 hours maybe of real time. Top shed once again, and stuff this time. But it was Alhambra herself again. She did tie an all-time records here in the WMLIS yesterday. Told you a little bit about that when it happened. Did Alhambra, but with her 3 assists registered yesterday in a single game, that tied the all-time record set last year by Fort Wayne's Rachel Swigard. That was a game against Kalamazoo last year at their place in Fort Wayne at the Classic City Center. And a thrilling contest that was, that Fort Wayne would win 9-8 in a back and forth, up and down and around contest. And Swigard would also register 3 goals in that one just for good measure. Everybody's adding to their history books every single day. every single match that we play out here, but there's oh so much more of those historical notes to be had here from Vegas. Just happens to be how it's shaken out, and we are entirely here for it. A touch there for Kyla Tartaglia, 5 in the blue for Albuquerque. Again, she'll wear the captain's armband. Tartaglia selected as the captain for this weekend, and like we said, Stefanina Astorga was selected as the roster replacement for Tanya Chavez. The keeper, Hardman, out of position. Oh, from the doorstep, it's cleared off the line. Now that is maybe the best defensive recovery that Albuquerque's made this entire weekend. And this will deflect off the net. Couple of changes coming. Both sides taking a quick moment to sub. Albuquerque ready with Kyla Tartaglia in the free kick try. Tartaglia nearly fed herself as that rebound wanted to come off the wall back toward her. Utah run on. Hardman, one-on-one, rejected. The possession doesn't end there, however. Watch out. Shot, bang. Utah is just relentless. It's the same kind of pace and the same precision too on shooting, hitting corners, hitting upper 90s, hitting lower 90s, and staying away from center mass of the keeper that we saw from Phoenix all weekend long. That goal is credited to Hannah Rose Lee Flores from Mackenzie Evans Tostado. Evans Tostado already has 2 scores up on the day. And now gets herself an assist too. That's credited at 7:28 second quarter. 7 minutes here remaining in this second quarter. That's the first goal in it on either side. Pardon us, it's the first Utah goal. The Alhambra score was, right now it's being credited as 11:17 second quarter unassisted. We thought there was another offensive touch that led Alhambra to pick up that goal. We'll let you know on that. Perhaps when we come back from the half, we'll check with our stats team. From range, I think that's one of those where your own player kind of screens off your shot for an attacking player. It'll happen time to time. Jasmine Espinosa rolling this out of her own goal. Again, we would not be surprised at all to begin to see Kimberly Combs, the reserve keeper, warming up. Whistle here, under 6 minutes. Combs is 37 years of age, a Salt Lake City native. Grew up playing for an outdoor semi-pro squad, the Ogden Renegades, in Ogden, Utah. 5.5. Shot up top and stuffed by Hardman. Now that ball has eyes. Somehow was able to wiggle its way all the way out of the playing field. Usually between nets and walls, it'll get caught in something or other. No luck that time. Someone will have to go and retrieve that soccer ball in a moment. 5 minutes to play for the half. Clock continues to run. Again, that'll do it all throughout the weekend until we get to 1 minute of each and every quarter. We've got 10 minutes on for half, roughly about 2 between each quarter break at the discretion of our referees. but we'll turn it over as quickly as we can between each and every match. It's considerations of player safety, availability of the facility, as the keeper shut down that solo charge. Just 1,001 considerations logistically to make a weekend like this possible. And Hardman is grateful that that one went a little wide. 4 minutes to play until halftime. The keeper, Jasmine Espinosa, once more venturing a little bit higher. Not by much, hasn't gotten involved in the attack herself. Shot blocked here. Three and a half, nearly tapped in just on that left block. Utah can get it from anywhere, and they have been and will continue to. Three minutes, 15 seconds. First half, 7-1. Salt Lake City over Albuquerque. There's a big void. No attacking players around. You just haven't seen that hardly at all for Utah. You expected them to come up with a rebound practically. High over everything. Albuquerque, 4 total shots up on the board. Utah's got 20 of them. It's the same kind of discrepancy that Phoenix was putting up on everybody this weekend. Feels like both of these clubs just took it personal. They said, you know what? This weekend means a whole lot more. And these are all regular season standings we're playing for. This is already, in the back of one's mind, playing to get into Vegas, playing for championship weekend. Got to make it there by being among the top 2 in your conference. Pelted a little bit wide from Alhambra. Whistle foul. Under 2 minutes. But again, at the 1 minute mark is where the clock will stop. Looks like Utah is going to set up 3 deep in the wall. There you go. You get a look at them. The one with her back turned is 18, Olivia Midgley. Now Midgley flops. And indeed, they're all staring down Madeline Alhambra. She has the 1 Albuquerque score so far. She's stuffed this time. And you want to talk about center mass. She hit the perfect geometrical center. Utah runs on, little wide. They had the 2-1 advantage against the keeper. And you just, again, expect those to go in with the offensive outpouring that they've had so far for the half. Under a minute. Normal timing rules now apply. You will have stoppages when they are necessary. 45 seconds. Albuquerque interception. That possession did not last long. Smartphones. Please keep your hands, arms, feet, and smartphones inside the vehicle at all time, folks. Dangerous to lean out over as if you're ever going to recover that. Stuffed. Hardman. Or if somebody's going to step on it and shatter it into a million pieces, that wouldn't shock us either. Final moments. Take it to the half, maybe. Will Alhambra launch one time for the buzzer beater? It's off the back of a teammate, and that will end the first half. Utah Uprising. Capital U's. Do you feel it? They shoot 21 times to just 4 for Albuquerque. They got the opening score at 13-17. Dominique Estrada from Chelsea Campbell-Sanchez. They wouldn't look back. Campbell would rack up another. Mackenzie Evans-Tostado with a couple. Danica Serasio Sam Diaz, Hannah Rose, Lee Flores would add it up, and that's 7-piece in the first half. Madeline Alamra with the single Albuquerque score, 11-17 in the half. We will come back for half number 2 in just about 10 minutes' time. Thanks once again for joining us. This is match number 2 of the day, match number 6 for the weekend. Live from Big League Dreams in Las Vegas, Nevada, Tanner White with Women's Major League Indoor Soccer. Half number 2 coming at you in a few.
Are you ready to create unforgettable moments for your audience? NSN offers professional live streaming and full broadcast services tailored to your needs. From high-quality production to exceptional coverage, we ensure your game or event becomes a spectacle to remember. Book your next game with us today. Call 586-304-4405 to schedule your broadcast and let NSN bring the action to life like never before.
Caitlin Clark, amazing at assists. Gamebridge, the ultimate assist for your savings. But ever since they teamed up, she's taken assisting to a whole new level. Caitlin Clark, great at assists. Gamebridge, great at assists for your savings.
We all have goals. But let's be honest. Most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
In Barca camp, I sing my song Grown on and off of the field. Don't miss the time to register.
Sign up now for Barca Camp.
Are you ready to create unforgettable moments for your audience? NSN offers professional live streaming and full broadcast services tailored to your needs. From high-quality production to exceptional coverage, we ensure your game or event becomes a spectacle to remember. Book your next game with us today. Call 586-304-4405 to schedule your broadcast and let NSN bring the action to life like never before.
Caitlin Clark, amazing at assists. Gamebridge, the ultimate assist for your savings. But ever since they teamed up, she's taken assisting to a whole new level. Caitlin Clark, graded assists. Gamebridge, graded assists for your savings.
We all have goals. But let's be honest, most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
In Barça camp, I sing my song grown on and off of the field. Don't miss the time to register.
Sign up now for Barça Camp.
Are you ready to create unforgettable moments for your audience? NSN offers professional live streaming and full broadcast services tailored to your needs. From high-quality production to exceptional coverage, we ensure your game or event becomes a spectacle to remember. Book your next game with us today. Call 586-304-4405 to schedule your broadcast and let NSN bring the action to life like never before.
And we are back for half number 2. Utah Uprising FC out of Salt Lake City. New Mexico Lightning out of Albuquerque. Everybody meets here in Jersey, rather in Las Vegas. Pardon us. Oh, been a long weekend, folks, but thanks so much for your patience. Tanner White with Women's Major League Indoor Soccer, live from Las Vegas, Nevada, here in Big League Dreams. We are just about to get ready for half number 2 of game number 2 of the day. We got 4 of these games all today, had 4 yesterday. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here to this point. So far, it's 7-1 Utah. And the scoring summary looks a little bit like this. You saw the opening score of the game for Dominica Estrada. Mackenzie Evans-Tostado would pick up the next one. This is Danica Serasio. That's score number 3. They'd open it up with the first 6 of them all in that first quarter. Sam Diaz, Evans-Tostado once more, Chelsea Campbell-Sanchez. You round that up, a 6-0 lead after a single quarter. And then the scoring in that second, for what it's worth, even, 1-1. Madeline Alamra with the one single score for Albuquerque in that half. And Hannah Rose Lee Flores would tack on the final one from Mackenzie Evans-Tostado, giving her 3 points in that first half with the 2 goals plus an assist to lead all players. That's how we've gotten here so far, folks. Come back in medias res, joining the action. 15 more minutes on the clock for quarter number 3. Utah will begin on attack. Stop us if you've heard that before. I think we should take another moment to give credit to all of our officials throughout this weekend. You can't imagine what the men's sleep schedules or lack thereof must look like. How little time they have off their feet between games too, just like players do. They've got to get roster turned into them. They've got to chase people down when they don't get those. Got to get the field, the facilities all ready to play before and after each and every match. And then all the game time. You're in the line of fire. Oh, so often there's plays right near you where you could really be injured. You do see on our scoreboards in the arena the period still showing 2. We promise you this is quarter number 3, and we've got it correct on our score bug up in the top left-hand corner of your screen. Whistle and foul to open it up. Bailey Green for New Mexico took the brunt of that, the worst of it. $13.5 standing between Utah and their second franchise win in Women's Major League Indoor Soccer. They also field a successful men's club on the MLIS side. That club currently finding itself in 3rd place in the South Conference standings with a record of 4-3. Salt Lake City side, from their defending half, really haven't had to spend much time there at all. Alhambra nearly had a bead on that ball. That was the 1 goal scorer for Albuquerque in the first half, Madeline Alhambra. And this is the opening score for half number 2, and it belongs to Utah once more. It's just like that first quarter, really didn't take long at all. This team is so for real. You already start to think in the back of your mind, I want them to rematch with Phoenix and see what the heck would happen. Just considering what we've seen this weekend with their pace, their ability to just get up and down, outrun people, and the gas tank, too, is deeper for those two squads. You've already kind of seen that. Now, it kind of evens out more so when you don't have the running clock and you don't have teams playing up to 4 games in a weekend. Albuquerque and New Jersey are 2 teams that will have to do so. Nonetheless, it is all Utah, everything. Awaiting confirmation on the goal scorer. Our apologies. Clock winding toward 11 minutes here of quarter number 3. Once more, 4 quarters of 15 minutes apiece here in Women's Major League Indoor Soccer. The one concession that we made for this weekend, all quarters have running clocks up until 1 minute left to play in each quarter. And the keeper will save this one. So we speculated that, okay, there's a good chance we do see a reserve keeper for Utah. Hardman just smacked that thing in herself. Oh, and that will count to the attacking team. This is thrown all the way from the goalkeeper. Again, you can't have on a quote-unquote own goal type situation an assist credited. It's unfortunate because you would have loved to see the goalkeeper get one. Speaking of that goalkeeper, Utah turns to Kimberly Combs in goal. The change for the second half. Combs is a mother to an 18-year-old boy, and she says she has 2 Cavapoos. When asked for fun facts about her. The ability to split keepers to have each play a half is probably even bigger in this tournament-style weekend. But it's also something that they employed with some degree of success against Phoenix in both of these teams' opening match. That was back on January the 31st, last Saturday. Utah counterattack is on. The moment they get the interception, your heart just skips a couple of beats. And that's the exact reason why. Once more, it's on point, it's on time with the cross, and it's in the net. This team is explosive. Believe we have Megan Hendricks on the score, 12 in the pink. Hendricks from Katrina Estrada. An even 10-piece. Once more, we're really looking forward to the next Phoenix and Utah matchup. For what it's worth, it's a long ways away, and it's just in the very back of one's mind. But you start to think, could that be the next time that those two teams match up? The best that this entire season, one may speculate, has to offer. Utah shot blocked. Thrown around the goal mouth. 14 and a haul for them. Hall shoots. Scores! And Sarah Hardman has seen this before. A whole lot, in fact, often. Probably a little bit too much for her liking. That should be 7:44, 45-ish of the second quarter, and an 11-1 advantage to Utah. The goal scorer, Samantha Diaz. Once more, we expect that assist will at some point be credited to Anna Hall. Don't have it showing in our live stats feed quite yet. And once more on our scoreboards in the arena, you still see the period stuck on 2. We promise you this is quarter number 3. Albuquerque, Salt Lake City, another chasm opening up. You thought, okay, the first 2 matches of the whole weekend, you had Las Vegas 3-0 against New Jersey and 4-0 against Albuquerque. You thought, man, these are very close games. They're tight, they're exciting, but defensively minded. Now toss that all out the window the moment Phoenix and or now Utah take the pitch. 6.5 to play for the third. The reserve keeper, Kimmy Combs, made the switch, came in at the half. Combs relieving Jasmine Espinosa. Espinosa had just 2 shots on goal against her. Saved 1 of 2. Easy to get dejected for those that love the stats, saying, oh, I only had a 50% save percentage. Well, I got to be better than that. Yeah, but it's 1 of 2. It's your quantity versus your quality, folks. Five and a half to play for the third quarter. Alhambra picked this up, had it for a moment. She's still got the 1 New Mexico score. Carried all the way up and down to both knees to save this, Sarah Hardman. Hardman's been in goal the entire way and under fire once more in this one. A long weekend for her that keeps getting longer and longer. The shot discrepancy is 27-5 in favor of Salt Lake City. Hardman has saved 14 of 25 shots on goal against. Shot too high. You hear the audible doink of ball on post, and then Hardman collapses on it.
Next one.
That will end the possession. Ooh, Hardman is challenged, and thankfully not, well, she's a little bit shaken up. I think this actually may still cause the injury stoppage. It's kind of scary when somebody's caught up in the air and entangled with another player, and there's just not any kind of good way for either of those players to catch themselves. All right, shake it off. Glad to hear, because New Mexico would really have to ask questions about, well, what are we going to do if our one goalkeeper on the roster goes down? Once more, it's the risk that you knew you ran, that you knew that you were entering into this weekend when you made the trip with just the one keeper. Take away. They play on through a little bit of contact. And not going to end in the shot on goal. 3:51 off the restart. Shot. Bang! Oh, boy, that is scorched up high. Let loose, and Dominique Estrada nets that one. You're talking 3 minutes and 48 seconds here, third quarter, it appears. Clock wound for a few moments beyond that, but sometimes they put a couple of those seconds back on if we need to adjust. Make it 12-1, an even dozen. Estrada hat trick. And then another shot put on in moments from Chelsea Campbell. Once more, relentless, capital R. Whistle, now a couple of whistles. And our referees are going to direct us to the proper spot. Headed to the yellow line, free kick. Under 3 minutes, third quarter. Utah and New Mexico. There's nothing doing after that free kick try. Get a restart. Utah stays in the attacking end. That may sound familiar. Campbell, little touch over to her left. Couple of ricochets off the wall. From deep, too high, over Hardman in cage. Clock still winds. Down toward 2 minutes. Once more, 12-1. Dominique Estrada from Mackenzie Evans Tostado. That goal is credited. Utah with the 5-0 scoring advantage in the quarter. Most goals in a quarter in the history of Women's Major League Indoor Soccer. That number sits at 7. It's attainable. You'd have to go pretty quick. Oh, nearly spoke one into existence. However, they still possess. You never want to rule that out with this team. Remember, they had a 7-1 advantage over Phoenix at the half last Saturday in Phoenix. Little push, that is whistled. Foul called on Albuquerque's Maddie Lund. They go quick on the restart. The Hardman knock away, keeps it where it is for a moment. 3 in the pink there. Kayla Gonzalez had maybe one chance to poke that in the right direction. Under 1 minute here for the third quarter. That means you will now have the clock stop when prudent. Under 45 seconds. And tick, tick, tick. Albuquerque thinking, man, these games, are you sure they're 60 minutes long? It feels so much longer to us. And everybody else throughout the rest of the tournament probably has the opposite thought. Save maybe New Jersey, who has also suffered a shutout. Once more, Albuquerque and New Jersey 4 games apiece this weekend. Really tough assignment for them. 10 seconds, third quarter. Utah still lurking. Oh, so dangerous. And one more fantastic quarter. They will outscore Albuquerque for the period 5-0 and take the lead 12-1 heading into the fourth. Tanner White with Women's Major League Indoor Soccer on MLIS Pro TV. Fourth quarter coming soon.
In Barca camp, I sing my song grown on and off of the field. Don't miss the time to register.
Sign up now for Barca Camp.
And once more, we join you live from Big League Dreams here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Our score through 3 quarters of play in match number 2 of the day, match number 6 on the weekend. Salt Lake City, Utah, Uprising FC 12, and Albuquerque's own New Mexico Lightning, a single goal up on the board so far. They would have a, let's call it what it is, a miracle to be had in order to avoid departing for their 3rd match without a win so far here in Las Vegas. They came in with a goal differential of -13 through their first 2, and while you can kind of do the math, you add on a -11 that they're sitting at right now, you realize there's more work to be done. Yes, on the field here, but what's already happened, the damage can't be erased. And again, they've got just one more match to turn it around and get 1 win up on the board as they depart. Perhaps this evening, perhaps tomorrow, depending on when they should choose to. But a reminder, they will be in action in the last match of the day and the last match of our entire Vegas weekend. Look at the bottom of your screen and see those 2 upcoming matches. Salt Lake City will turn right back around and play New Jersey, scheduled for a 2:30 p.m. Eastern or 11:30 a.m. Pacific kick. And then Albuquerque, New Jersey, the final one, 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern. Those are targeted approximate times, but we'll do our best. We play on in quarter number 4. New Mexico Lightning, Utah Uprising FC. The keeper change at the half for Utah saw Jasmine Espinosa depart and Kimmy Combs come on. Espinosa wears 1 with her goalkeeper kit, Combs wearing 0, and there is Sarah Hardman. Hardman in the orange keeper kit. Oh boy, and who strikes first for the 4th quarter? If you had to take a guess, without looking at it, who might you think it would be? It's the Utah side. And they've gotten Hardman every which way in so many different locations. It's almost shocking. 13-1. This is on track to be our biggest margin of victory/defeat all throughout the weekend. You thought, okay, what Phoenix just did to Las Vegas, 10-0, that's going to be about as bad as it gets, right? Not to be. Good handles now, shot blocked from Maddie Lund for Albuquerque. And sent away. Lund is one of those Albuquerque, New Mexico natives. It's a largely native roster. Catherine Martinez, Bailey Green, Danny Loera, Maddie Lund, Erica Moreno, Haley Arviso, and Kyla Tartaglia, along with Serafina Estorga. Those all are New Mexico and Albuquerque specifically natives, or they identify it as their hometown. Free kick, a little wide, but you see the setup and the wall ball created an open lane there for Amber Tripp to shoot. And so it's so calculated, every single move that this Utah side makes. It's choreographed, it's illustrated, it's drawn up on the teleprompter or the whiteboard, all perfect, and everybody's just so on the same page. Shot let loose, and the keeper Hartman bowls it away.
Now get up with her, Maddie. Get up with her, Maddie.
Under 12 minutes, standing between Utah and the most dominant win that Women's Major League Soccer has seen in quite some time. On track for perhaps the greatest margin of victory in a game ever. Let's say about that if it should become relevant. That would be interesting. And it is, of course, possible.
Girls, come on.
Under 11 and a half. Took a while to get this ball all set and in the proper position. There was a lot of clock that ran there. Albuquerque might be a little upset. A little high on the free kick try. Crossed over to the box, and booyah! You got Lamra once more, and so that'll be both of the Albuquerque scorers going to her so far on the afternoon. We say afternoon, although in Pacific time haven't even crossed over to that yet. It just feels like it must be because of how long we've been playing, but mathematically, not quite yet. 13-2. Now, pardon us, we have the goal right now actually credited to Bailey Green from Catherine Martinez. Saw the touch from Martinez. We'll check on the goal scorer when we get a chance. Nearly 10 minutes to play. Salt Lake City will have that shortest of turnarounds. It's literally a couple of minutes that you have to get off your feet and kind of just get a sip of water, hopefully a bite of something nutritious. And then they'll be up for match number 3 of the day. Albuquerque and New Jersey will close it out, so Albuquerque gets a little bit of time off of their feet, but not a whole lot. Long chase given. Hardman gonna leave it open, and that's a chippy, a gimme, and a 14-2 score. Look at the beauty of a through ball. That was well struck by Utah's 15, Courtney LeMay. And they'd follow it up with 2 clean connections and net goal number 14. That makes the highest scoring goal output that we've seen from a single team so far here in Vegas. Diaz from Chelsea, Campbell Sanchez. Salt Lake City has scored the first goal of every period so far, except the second. Drop. 14-2, and it's getting scary. Nearly made it 15. That's just a tad too high. Kimmy Combs. Unfortunate as neither keeper going to keep a clean sheet. They both got the single goal allowed. Combs as well as the starter Jasmine Espinosa. That's something they'll discuss maybe a little bit privately. Pulled just wide of the goal mouth. That, hey, doesn't it feel like each of us should have had the combined shutout and gotten credit for that, and somehow we should have been able to keep this totally clean from start to finish? Yeah, but you can't think like that. You got to celebrate. For all the world, you look like you're about to win your second straight to open up your franchise's history here with Women's Major League Indoor Soccer. Combs right by the penalty box area. We'll get the restart here near the midfield stripe. Substitutions coming on. That was a really quick restart. I'm surprised that we didn't. Okay, they did, in fact, slow it down. I thought, well, I don't know that they should be allowed to go quite that quickly. And our officials thinking the same thing. Hold on a minute here. Ready to take the free kick for Utah, Chelsea Campbell. Campbell laid it up perfect into a shot. Hardman got a piece maybe off of her shoulder. And that possession comes up empty for now. But wait, there's more. Little body contact. The on-ball defender there for Albuquerque is Grace Shin, 11 in the blue. Again, Albuquerque led out by head coach Steve Patterson, assisted by Nick Tartaglia. And Utah's staff looks like this. Their GM, Harper Fleming, their owner, Michael McNeil, and head coach Thomas Campbell. Their men's side of the Utah Uprising FC, sitting in MLIS's Southern Conference in third place. 4-3 record for them. A +9 goal differential. They've done a lot of good things for a 4-3 club. Combs softly rolling this out for 20 Estrada. Dominique Estrada, a West Jordan, Utah native, the age of 26. Clock winding towards 5 minutes. 14-2. Utah unleashing, unloading, and leading wire to wire. The signs were there after a first quarter where they led 6-0. Hardman tossing that out. Look at the level of press. You have 4 players all lurking. And on the Albuquerque side, they're now not able to clear. If it's just going to work all the time, you got to stick with it. They do put the shot on goal. It's saved once more by Hardman. So her raw save numbers are going to jump out off the stat sheet at you, but the percentage, not so much. One more interception before they can ever clear on this possession. Fancy handles. Where's the shot come from? Oh, no. Oh, a stoppage immediately. The humanity of it all. Oh, that's not right. We're so sorry you had to see that. Let's take a look at some replays instead here, folks. Now what we want to focus on. Once more, we've told you about this Utah attack. It is nasty. They've gotten it from everywhere all the time. Sarah Hardman in goal has been shelled. Hard to complain about her efforts. Got a big piece of that one, too, early in this quarter. And then just the ball is willing its way into the net here. And this was the easiest one of them all, probably right from the doorstep. That last Utah score credited to Samantha Diaz. Diaz from Chelsea Campbell Sanchez. And we still got a player down, so a brief little injury stoppage at 3 minutes and 53 seconds to play here. Strange sometimes how this happens more in games that are frankly out of hand, but that can be a kind of recurring trend. You see Kimmy Combs with her keeper kit there, the yellow sleeves to the orange kit. Both keepers in the fluorescent orange. Normally you don't like to have keepers both wearing kind of the same base color, but not a whole lot of options if you show up and that's what you've got in Vegas with you, and you're kind of like, all right, that's what it's going to have to be. All right, so a little embrace, and I think everybody's eventually able to laugh it off. Shin and the shooter there, Hannah Bruce. Look at, throws up, double thumbs up. If that doesn't tell you she's going to be all right, not sure what would. All right. Eventually, more game to play. Let's do it. 3 minutes, 45 seconds to play in this one. 1/4 of 1/4, if you will, still to play. 2 more matches for the weekend, and we'll get you out of here with any luck before kickoff of the Super Bowl, folks. We'll do our best. Let's go NM Lightning. Did you see that sign in the corner of the boards there? Love the fans that have made the travel. And love the outpour. Make it a 15 spot for Utah. They're starting to creep into more and more historic territory with each and every run and each and every score. That's picked up a good thread. And the connection, Hannah Lee on the assist. We await the goal scorer in just a moment. 15-2. Estrada is given one more. Utah not going to quit anytime soon. It's funny. They'll probably go home and after, if they should also take down New Jersey, after this little weekend, think, we wish we had played more games there and gotten further ahead in the standings in Vegas. Once more, this 15-goal outburst is the biggest offensive output of anybody so far in this weekend and of the season here with Women's Major League Indoor Soccer. The all-time record for a single match for a single team, 19 set last year by the defending, still undefeated champion Chicago Mustangs. Under 2 minutes. And just tack one more on for good measure. The insult comes with the injuries, and Utah's uprising is imminent. I think it's here, folks. That time, the score belongs to Amber Tripp. That's goal number 16. And with the running quarters, you almost want to translate it, whistle real quick, and I think we're going to actually get our clock stoppage just outside of a minute. If you do have injury timeout called, as our official signals there. So anyway, when you translate that 16 with the running clock to what it could be without running clocks and things, we shudder to imagine, frankly, what the final margin could be. Under a minute. Opening kick to the final whistle, dominance. Salt Lake City and their newest pro team doing numbers today in Vegas. Under 30 seconds until we're out of here for match number 2. Kimmy Combs, the reserve keeper. Just a single goal allowed. Same deal for the starter, Jasmine Espinosa, in goal. Little wide of Combs. And under 10 seconds to play. one final chase. And Utah, I think, can relax now. Perhaps their damage is done. You see the scoreboard couldn't even keep up with that kind of number that they just dropped. Salt Lake City, wire to wire, capital DOMINANT. 34 shots to 7, 16 goals to 2. Everybody all over the stat sheet, and they won every single quarter except for an even scoring margin of 1-1 in the second. The 2 goals on the Albuquerque side, Bailey Green, Catherine Martinez, and Madeline Alhambra as they're credited right now. If that should change, go to WMLIS.soccershift.com, look for this final score on your score bar, and click that box score tab. From Big League Dreams with the second match of the day, you've just watched Salt Lake City, Utah Uprising FC drop a 16-piece, the biggest offensive output of any team so far this weekend in Vegas, and Albuquerque's New Mexico Lightning has just one more chance, get a win up on the board before they depart Las Vegas. Our next match up, again, we'll turn it over as quickly as we can. Salt Lake City will once again be the home team, and they will take on the New Jersey Angels. That'll turn over as quick as we can. But for match number 2 of the day, match number 6 for the weekend, time to bid you adieu. Tanner White with Women's Major League Indoor Soccer. Once more, thanks to our Unity TV crew down in Las Vegas, our studio team at the Premier Media Group and the National Soccer Network, and to all of you, the fans, thanks so much for watching it over here on MLIS Pro TV. Tanner White with Women's Major League Indoor Soccer. See you real soon for game number 3 of the day.
Are you ready to create unforgettable moments for your audience? NSN offers professional live streaming and full broadcast services tailored to your needs. From high-quality production to exceptional coverage, we ensure your game or event becomes a spectacle to remember. Book your next game with us today. Call 586-304-4405 to schedule your broadcast and let NSN bring the action to life like never before.